Hi, Shabrina. It's nice to meet you. Do you go by Shabrina or is there something else you would prefer to be called?
Hi, it's nice to meet you too. Sabrina's fine.
Okay, so my name is Brittany Robertson and I'm a case manager at New Vista, and my job is to get to know the clients as they come in and assess their needs and help them to find the resources in the community that are available to them. So today we will just talk a little bit about what led you to meet with me and get to know one another, if that's okay.
Yep, that sounds good.
All right, perfect. So first, I want to start by quickly talking about confidentiality with you. Anything that we talk about in a Zoom meeting or in person is 100% confidential. So I will not, anything that you disclose to me will be kept in confidence between you and me. I am not allowed to talk with anyone about those things unless you tell me I have permission. And even then, you must sign a consent form agreeing for me to do so. With that being said, there are a couple of exceptions to that rule. If anything that you disclose falls under the category of child abuse, or you disclose wanting to harm yourself or someone else, then I have a legal obligation to report those things. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So tell me just a little bit about yourself and what kind of hobbies you enjoy.
Well, I'm 30 years old. I'm kind of in between jobs right now, but when I do have free time, I like to read.
Okay, that's awesome. I'm not really much of a reader myself, but I do admire that you like to read. I wish I could sit down and enjoy a good book from time to time. Do you have any favorite books?
I know it sounds silly, but I love the Harry Potter books.
Oh, that's not silly at all. I have never actually read the books, but I love all of those movies. Could you tell me a little bit about what brought you to meet with me today and what you are hoping that I'm able to help you with?
As I said, I'm in between jobs right now. I've been able to keep up. I've not been able to keep up on rent or be able to afford it. So I've been living in my car for a little bit. Not having a regular paycheck makes it hard for me to get food on a regular basis too. So I'm just hoping that you'll be able to help me find a place to stay for a while until I can secure a job and help me maybe get some food stamps or something like that too. I also don't have any medical insurance, and I was wondering if I would qualify for Medicaid or anything like that.
Okay, so it sounds like you're needing immediate help with food and shelter, and it also sounds like you would benefit for applying for food stamps and Medicaid. Does that sound right?
Yes.
Okay, so those are definitely things that we can work on. Food stamps and Medicaid have their very own systems, so I will make sure that you get the information that you need to apply for those programs. And then if you need help with that process along the way, I would be happy to assist you in any way that I can. Based on what you have told me so far, I believe that you would be eligible for emergency benefits, which means you can get the benefits as early as like 7 business days after they process your application. So is that something you would want my help with, or do you think that you would be able to do that on your own after our meeting?
I think I'd be able to apply on my own after we leave the meeting. If I have trouble, would I be able to contact you?
Yeah, that sounds great. And absolutely, if you have any trouble through the process, you can contact me through the office and I'll help you navigate through it.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. So now for your immediate needs, I'm going to suggest a few different options. First, until we can get you settled, I wanted you to know about a place that we have called a drop-in center. It's located on Gibson Lane, and they provide a place for you to take a shower, wash your clothing, and just sit down and relax and have a few minutes for yourself if that's something that you're interested in.
Absolutely. That sounds great.
Okay, and second, for your immediate food needs, I'm going to suggest that you try out God's Outreach Pantry. They're here in Richmond, and it's located at 1512 East Main Street. They're open Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, each day from 9 to 12. All you have to have is an ID, and if you bring in an ID, then they will provide you with a cart full of groceries, and that would be able to help you out until you're able to get that food benefit application process. Does that sound okay?
That's wonderful.
Okay, great. So as for your housing needs, to be able to help you immediately, I want to give you some information for a program called The Room at the Inn. They open during the fall, and they provide each guest with a voucher for a hotel room. and that voucher lasts for 90 days. I believe this would help you to not only be able to have a place to stay immediately, but it would also give you the time that you need to figure out your job situation, apply for those food and medical benefits, and help us to find you a more permanent housing situation. Does that sound like a good plan?
This all sounds great. You've already helped me so much. I didn't think I would get this much help right away. Thank you.
Oh, you don't have to thank me. That's what I'm here for. So just to recap, we talked about the drop-in center in case you have any needs from their services right now. I'm going to provide you information to get you help set up on Medicaid and food stamps. We talked about the food pantry for your immediate food needs and the room at the end program to help you with your housing situation. Does that sound right so far?
Yes, it all sounds great.
Okay, well, I am glad that I was able to help you today and glad that I got to meet with you. I would like to set up a follow-up meeting if that's okay with you, and we can discuss how everything's going and if you were able to get approved for benefits, if you got into the room at the end program, and any other needs that you might have, if that would be okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, sounds good. So in the meantime, I will send you a link for our meeting, for the next meeting, and a sheet with all the information that we talked about today so that you don't have to worry about forgetting anything that we discussed, and you have all the numbers and addresses that you need. If you have any needs or concerns before our meeting, please don't hesitate to call the office, and I will do everything that I can to help you.
All right, that sounds great. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.